guys, here's the BMX that I made. I had to cut the frame and make it down a little more, give myself some clearance so I had room to change the spark plug and stuff. And this BMX was secondhand and the wheels were rusty, so I had a bike shop do some aluminum alloy wheels for me. And the cool thing was the new hub back there had threads on each side. And basically I ordered the motor and I ordered the pocket rocket sprocket, and I flipped the wheel so it was on that side. But then when my motor came with the regular clutch, the motor was going to hang way out on one side, and I didn't really like that. Plus I'm 200 pounds and the bike has bigger wheels than a pocket rocket, so I decided to buy the gearbox, and that's the gear reduction for the ATVs and the dirt bike, and it also allows the motor to come over and be more centered, but then the chain is heavier, so I ordered the bigger sprocket, 64 tooth on the back, and this one has a 14 tooth on the front, but I just ordered 11 tooth now to gear it down a little more. It's got a lot of top end speed, but I just want to have a little more acceleration, as you can see in the videos, so that's my next thing. And then this is a motorcycle tensioner. I just re-drilled a different bolt and just to get the chain up and over this bar so it's not rubbing. And maybe later I'll put a spring on it, let it always have a spring tension. I'm not sure. So far I've ridden it like 4 times and chain never flew off or anything. And I upgraded my brakes to the aluminum thicker ones. It had cheap little sheet metal brakes that would twist all over the place. And yeah, it's the 49cc motor, which I love. I have a pocket ATV, the pocket rocket, and a pocket pit bike with this motor. And you can upgrade these things any way you want. And I decided on this being a bicycle, I went with the small muffler, like a chainsaw style muffler. That way I didn't have a big pipe running back. And I do normally love big exhaust and stuff like that on, you know, crotch rockets and dirt bikes and ATVs. But I just figured being a BMX bike, I wanted to keep it kind of simple looking. And the reason I didn't do the bicycle motor, that's the tall one. And I've seen some guys, they really hack up the top bar. Everything sits so tall. And I kind of wanted to keep a BMX look to it, a little bit of a chopper look. So that's why I picked the pocket rocket motor, because it's more forward, more horizontal. It's not straight up and down, but it's wider because it has a recoil and stuff. So I just removed my pedals. I'm not going to have pedals on it. And then just a little ATV 49cc gas tank. You know, it's cheaper than that metal one that they do for the bike kit, which is like $20. This one I think is $6. And then a little motorcycle on and off switch. It reverses it because mainly it's meant to be a light switch, so on connects and your headlight comes on, but here when you connect your wire coming out of the motor to the ground, that turns it off. So I just relabeled it on and off because now it's reversed. But now, basically, I will take it apart and grind my welds and use a little Bondo body filler to smooth it all out and then repaint it. For my footrest, I wanted it simple, just pegs on the front so I can ride it kind of like a chopper. But yeah, then I'll also, when I take it apart, I marked where I'm gonna add one little pipe because I had to cut it where the carburetor is. So, you know, it's not supported real good. I can feel it flex a little bit, so I'll just weld that in when I pull the motor and everything out and repaint it. But just some ideas. If you don't have a welder, I guess you could use the regular pocket bike motor with the regular clutch, bolt on some brackets, and then the motor sticks on that side. You don't have to alter your frame. I've seen guys drill holes from this sprocket to the BMX sprocket, just use nuts and bolts and washers. I welded this to the BMX sprocket, and I had to cut the big one, make it fit on the BMX. And once I had it aligned, I put some 2-part epoxy to hold it in place, let it dry, and then I flipped it over and tack welded it, because I knew if I touch that with the stick welder, it's going to move my sprocket and it's not going to be right. So that was my little trick. Use epoxy first to hold it in place, and then once I was done welding, all the epoxy is burnt off, but at least it held it while I tack welded it. So just some ideas. If you guys like the looks of this one, I didn't really like the other BMXs where they had the 80cc motor kit. And I saw one where the motor stuck way out the side. I didn't really like that. So this is just kind of my own idea. I watched other guys' ideas and kind of just figured out what I liked and what I didn't like. So thanks for watching. Maybe you can subscribe. After it's all painted up, I'll show it to you guys again and go for some more rides with the new sprocket on the front. So thanks a lot.